Hello, welcome back to the stream. It is Thursday evening. We're going to be playing some games today. I was going to launch straight into Grapple Dog, but I think I want to take it a little bit easy for now. So let's load up some of the dolls instead. Let's see here. I think it's this one. Yeah. Okay, I need to clear that one out. All right, so let's do some connections. Create groups of 4. Drills, saws, files, and uh, hmm. I'm thinking like these are items that you would use uh, in woodworking. Grands, hurdle is possible. Anyway, let's try something else. How about music, torrent, downloads? No. There's a lot of water-based stuff here, but that's like, how about disasters? Is a torrent a disaster? No. An outpouring of support, a tidal wave election, an avalanche of support, a torrent of support. Inundation. Yeah, okay. Desktop. Documents, downloads, music. These are all folders that are available on my computer. What is a grand? Routers, files, saws? I don't get it. I guess a CNC router is a machine that um, like it drills things down into a shape. So we can try this. Woodworking tools, yeah. I need to look up what a router is specifically. Swelling C, grands, confections, and hurdle. I don't know what this would go for. Rhymes for New York Times games. Connections. What? Wordle and swelling C? I don't know. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna skip box office games. We're gonna skip Costcotal. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Is this the like 2016 one? Corey Feldman? Mark Wilson? James Saito? I don't know hardly any of these people. What about the other direction? Johnny Depp. Alright, if we can get to Johnny Depp, then we can get to Ninth Gate. So we'll go Corey Feldman. And I just need to find a single movie that I recognize, basically. And then I can probably make a path from there. Hey, Pocket Wolf, how's it going? We're trying to connect Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to the Ninth Gate, and the Ninth Gate stars Johnny Depp. So we just need to go from Corey Feldman to Johnny Depp, and we'll be there. So let's see. Friday the 13th Chronicles, Dickie Roberts. So many movies that I have no clue about. Redline, 1995. National Lampoon's Last Resort. That doesn't have any movies that doesn't have any actors I know, I don't think. But at least I recognized the National Lampoon franchise because of Animal House and what you call it? Um, Van Wilder. The Ninth Gate, yeah, Naruto. Yeah, it's not it's not Rock Lee. The Goonies. Okay, how about the Goonies? Can we go from the Goonies to somewhere? Ke Huy Quan was in um, Everything Everywhere. He was also in Indiana Jones, which we could jump from there to Harrison Ford and go from Harrison Ford to not Spaceballs. Spaceballs was a parody. Um, Christ, what else was Johnny Depp in though? What actors did he show up together with? Sean Astin? Sean Astin. Um, yeah, Spaceballs was pretty great. I think my favorite gag in Spaceballs was when they're combing the desert with literal combs, and like, and then you look, the camera pans over, and there's two black guys carrying like an afro pick, just a giant afro pick, combing the desert. It's like, have you found him yet? And they go, we ain't found shit. Oh, man, that's so good. Yeah, Johnny Depp was in Pirates of the Caribbean. That's a good shout. Um, but this is the problem. Like, yeah, he was in Pirates of the Caribbean, but who else was in Pirates of the Caribbean? And can we get there from Sean Astin? Like we can kind of hop movies until we get sort of close. Like Dorothy and the Witches of Oz. This is getting more into Johnny Depp's territory. Um, Christopher Lloyd, perhaps. I'm gonna jump to Christopher Lloyd. Um, don't watch a lot of movies, but I feel everyone at least knows of that one. Yeah, it's true. Um, the Pirates movies were pretty good in my opinion. Keith Lemon's Back to the Future tribute. Back to Back to Future. Back to the Present, the special. Pirates Code. Right, that's where I came from. Um, Tale of Despero. Um, hmm. Alice in Wonderland, 1999? Gene Wilder? Oh, no, 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 no. This is not it. Has Gene Wilder ever starred in a film with Johnny Depp together? Because he was in the original Wizard of Oz. Um, not Wizard of Oz, sorry. So Gene Wilder was the original Willy Wonka, and then Johnny Depp played a different Willy Wonka. So I feel like that's a trap. So let's go back to Christopher Lloyd for a second. Page Master? Uh, Anastasia? We're getting closer. Animated Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Um, The Addams Family? Raul Julia, Christopher Lloyd. No, Johnny Depp wasn't in this. But Raul Julia was in the legendary Street Fighter movie. The day that the day that Bison graced your city, graced your town, was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. Jean-Claude Van Damme. We're going really far now. Kung Fu Panda 3. Welcome to the jungle. Kung Fu Panda 2. Can we go from Jack Black, perhaps? Time Cop. Last Action Hero. Okay, let's try it from the other way. What has Johnny Depp been in? Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. I don't want to go there, even though there will be a lot of people there that I would recognize, I think. Right. Let's just go here. Alice Through the Looking Glass. Anne Hathaway, Matt Lucas, Alan Rickman. Rest in peace. Yeah, as I expected, I don't know anyone there. It's cold today, practically part lizard. We should stay around 65 F at the coldest. Yeah, over here it's gone to about -2 Celsius. But lately it's been rather warm. It's climbing up again. That's one nice thing about the UK is it doesn't it's a bit it's temperate. It doesn't get too cold and it doesn't get too hot. So it's nice. Right, let's just try this. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Freddie Highmore, David Kelly, Noah Taylor, James Fox, Christopher Lee. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, wait. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give up. We'll I'm just going to accept that I'm not very good at that kind of game. Skip. Skip. I'm gonna guess Outrun. It's a fighting game. I'm gonna guess this is not Mortal Kombat. I'm gonna guess it's Street Fighter 2. It's not Street Fighter, but it was a 1993 game that looked like that. Massive winter storm coming through north. Not supposed to hit directly. It's still gonna affect us. Yeah. Better get all of your food in early. Stock up the meat freezer. It's not going to be Virtua Fighter. Yeah, I've never seen this before. It's a Sega game? Eternal Champions. I would have never gotten that. Alright. What's our weekly video game? All Game Awards 2025 nominees. This one is oh wait. So Fatal Frame Crimson Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. I thought that was Garo City of the Wolves. Huh. Wait a second. No, it is called Fatal Fury. Okay. Because the one that I played was Garo Mark of the Wolves. So I guess I never clocked that it was now called Fatal Fury instead of Garo. Oh, it's a Fatal Fury series. All right, fair enough. This I mean, this kind of looks like a Bayonetta game. But it's been forever since one of those came out. Uh, skip. No. I don't know this either. Let's guess some things based on cover art. No, never mind. Skip. Skip, skip, skip. Not spell check. Maybe food guesser. I'll do a food guesser. Pork blood, pork liver, pork lungs, pork heart. This is definitely not in India. Savory blood soup characterized by hearty and rich flavor, made primarily from pork blood. Served hot, traditionally enjoyed during the colder months. Marjoram. It does sort of sound English, doesn't it? And it's got like a stout and like a crust of bread over there. So yeah, let's go ahead and United Kingdom. Warm. How about Germany? Pradalika. So it borders it to the east. And of course, my knowledge of geography fails me. So let's say Austria. Let's say Hungary. Poland? Nope. Czechia. What? It's burnt. It's burnt. It's burnt, but it's from the United States. Cheese Dream? Gained popularity during the Great Depression. Yeah, are you so depressed that you burned the cheese? I've never heard of this. Sweetened condensed milk, cocoa powder, unsalted butter. This could be anywhere in Europe, honestly. I'm gonna say it's French. Ice cold. We're going all the way south and yeah, southwest. So how about Brazil? Wow, it was Brazil. Alright, well that was not a very good one. I got a few points for being very close to Czechia. So in the end we got above average. So we'll take that. Sort these by their monthly cost, starting with the most expensive. I wouldn't know. I do not subscribe to anything. But let's say I feel like Photoshop, 200 gigabyte storage in Apple iCloud, that's also going to be fairly competitive. Spotify is going to be pretty down there. New York Times Games, I'm going to say, is at the very bottom. I'm going to say this is the most expensive, followed by Amazon Prime. I only got Spotify right. Alright, let's swap these two. And let's move this to the bottom. Let's see if we've got anything. Okay, we've got a few more. Adobe is expensive. Alright, we'll try swapping... We'll try moving that to the top then. $23 a month. Whoa! What the heck? They're absolutely what's the word? They're fleecing those artists. Although, you know, this reminds me of something. Some 10, 15 years ago, when I was still in college, Adobe released a statement saying that they don't honestly care about piracy. They don't care if people are pirating their products. And the rationale they gave was, if you're a poor college student and you can't afford a Photoshop license, so your only option is to pirate it, alright, fine. Go draw to your heart's content, get used to our tools, get used to how the layout works, because when you graduate and you become a graphic designer, guess who's going to have to buy hundreds of corporate licenses for Adobe Photoshop? Your employer. All right, so that was okay as an opener. Let's go ahead and play some Grapple Dog. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah. Oops, what's going on here? There we are. Yep. Wait, what? Something absolutely funky is happening in my my interface. Okay, well that's really weird. Gonna have to close the window and open it up again. It's sort of like not playing nice with being in full screen mode, and also like Steam Big Picture mode tried to open up on top of it. So anytime that I tried to interact with that, it it like kicked it back into minimized view. Anyways. Alright, so they're 29% of the way through the game, apparently. Or 29% completion. Hot Zone. Ah, I see. Whoopsie. Gotta remember my my reflexes. Alright, I need to find some way to go up there. What are you doing here? Me? I'm on a mission to save the world! Well, can you do that somewhere else? I came to the Ember Isles to get away from people. You're ruining the whole vibe. Okay, wow. That's a little harsh. Oh, we can just go down. Nice. Alright, is there anything else over here that I missed? Possibly, but... yeah, I guess it's not looking like there's anything up there to grab. So, let's continue on. What the heck? What do you mean? How am I supposed to get up there? Alright, well, I have no clue how I'm meant to get up there. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling that there's some advanced grapple tech that I'm not privy to. Also, I could really use some health right about now. Whoops. Or maybe the advanced grapple tech was just find a higher path. Anyway, so that'll do for that. But I'm still a little befuddled by this, these pineapples that I can't get over there. Like, what the heck? That'll just be a mystery for the ages. Boing. Whoa. I got flamed. What the dog doing? Ah! Ah! So, this is Grapple Dog. I think it's all there in the title, isn't it? You're a dog with a grapple hook. Also, Crayon Munchers, I've been advised that I need to speak to you about Shadow the Hedgehog, because I've been playing basically all of the games that Shadow is in preparation for finally getting to Shadow Generations. So like earlier in the year I played through Shadow the Hedgehog and then Sonic 06 and Sonic Forces, because I saw there was a Forces level in Shadow Generations. So I'm like, all right, well, I guess I gotta play that too. Really disappointing that like there was a Shadow episode in Forces, and it was just like 3 stages where apparently he had beef with Infinite, and that lasted for like one chapter, 1 stage. I really feel like with all the extra content that they were trying to shove into Forces, they could have fleshed that out a little bit more. But we'll just have to see where that goes. So right now I'm playing through Sonic Generations, and in 2 weeks on Tuesday I should be finally starting Shadow. I used my grappling hook. It was created by the great inventor. Really? Why don't you use it to get all the way out of my face? Oh, okay. You frogs are really mean. Oh, that's how. Oh. Okay, it's probably too late to go all the way back to those 2 pineapples. Wow. Professor, is something wrong? You look worried. In truth, something does weigh on my mind. The further we travel, the closer we get to the Great Workshop. I wonder if Null is leading us there. The workshop has been abandoned since the war 1,000 years ago. Nobody sails near there anymore. If that's where we're headed, we'll be alright. As long as we stick together. I suppose so. Just be careful, Pablo. Still haven't finished Sonic Gen. There were 1 2D stage that irritates me, and I stopped playing since. I can definitely see that. The classic stages are not my favorite either. I think they were definitely cooking with the idea in general, but the I definitely like modern Sonic's moveset more. Wah, wah, wah. I gotta make sure I don't die here. Like that. Alright, bonus stage. Wah, wah. Oh my lord! In fairness, this is a little bit later in the game. I'm on World 3-1, and and it's been forever since I've played Worms 2. So my grapple hook skills are not up to snuff. Wah, 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 wah. All right. Whew. Hoosha, hoosha. I thought this was a fishing game. No, this is a dog petting game. Pet, pet. So yeah, there are two unusual takes that I have about Shadow. The first is that Shadow the Hedgehog is a good game. I think I can see where people would get frustrated having to play through the game 10 times to see the final ending, but the game itself is so short that like that wasn't really an issue for me. I could kind of play one game on a stream when I felt like it after playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure. That was my pattern for a little while. And that would just be a little bit more progress towards the final chapter. But more importantly, it reawakened me to another realization about Sonic games in general. They're a lot more fun when you are experienced with the game and when you know how to approach each stage. Like, the first time that you play through a Sonic stage, you're supposed to go slow and kind of like pick at all of the shortcuts and find, you know, on your next playthrough, what is the fastest way to go through this. And because you're encouraged by the design of Shadow the Hedgehog to play like the stages like 10 times, you end up getting all of that experience naturally. So around game 5, game 6, I started to really, really enjoy myself because I could blaze through the levels with great efficiency. And the other take that I have is that Shadow isn't edgy, he's just traumatized. I think the Sonic 3 movie handled this quite well, um, showing that, like, I mean, and shout outs to Keanu Reeves for just a stellar performance, but like, he doesn't seem that much more salty than you would expect for someone who's had that happen to him. And like the way that he tests Sonic and says um, like how to put it, spoilers if you haven't seen the Sonic 3 movie, but he's sort of, he sees Sonic as a constant annoyance, right? Because Sonic is always getting in his grill, and Shadow just wants to be left alone to his agenda. But at some point, he kind of takes delight in teaching Sonic a lesson that you're not actually that, you're not any better than me. Let's see what happens when your family is messed with. Let's see what happens when Tom is messed with. And he gets to see Sonic, like, succumb to his anger and then come out of his rage. And, like, I thought that was a really powerful storyline. Like, it's been done to death, of course. There's plenty of you, the hero, are not any better than the villains, but I think it was done especially well in Sonic 3. Whoops. I'm moving the wrong element. I need to move. No. Stop. There, like that. The feel of hot magma, the ashen sky. This place is so dark and depressing. Wonderful, isn't it? Are you okay? Are any of us really? I mean, in the grand scheme of things. Well, I felt fine, but now I'm not sure. Maria gets shot though, so 0 out of 10 movie. She gets shot in every incarnation, doesn't she? I'm trying to remember exactly how it goes in Sonic X, but it's really funny. She like it looks like she's fallen out of her wheelchair. And she's smiling the whole time or something. Blown up once. Oh my god. Have you seen the meme of like Gerald Robotnik talking to Shadow? Like Shadow is just like brooding by the window, and Gerald comes up behind him and says, "Shadow, I think we need to accept the truth. Maria is fucking sick." And then the last panel is like Maria's on a skateboard just like shredding a rail. With shades on and everything. Yeah, I'm sick of you, Shadow. Sick of your bullshit. I'm going to satisfy Maria's wishes. She would definitely want revenge. So here's another take. The Sonic X Sonic X is really difficult to enjoy as a long-form anime in the English dub. Because the music and the constant like clown show, and they're like constantly talking over each other, it's just absolute bedlam the whole time. But the Japanese dub, the music is different. The music actually gives the scene space to breathe, and the script actually makes sense. So If you've never watched it in the like with English subs, I highly recommend it. It sort of becomes a compelling, you know, cartoon for older kids like Sonic is meant to be. Hope the next movie having more game music than licensed music. Yeah. There was definitely not enough of the original music. There were some stings. There were some references here and there. But why did we get Chemical Brothers of all things? I wish I could fly like you. Maybe this lava wouldn't be such a problem. Yes, I can fly. But to where? For what? It's all so meaningless. To the shop? For a big sandwich? You could get pickles on it. Sonic X is a maybe. Stuck at the moment, stuck with Digimon and Inazuma 11. I think I'm about halfway through Digimon. It's kind of fallen by the wayside because we have other things to watch. Like Kaylee and I just finished Black Lagoon. And we still have to finish Bakemonogatari. She's gotten all the way through Owari, but there's Monster Story and Off Story, or Off Season Story, or whatever. So there's still. I don't know how I survived that. But tell me about Inazuma 11. I've seen it around, but I don't know literally anything about it. Alright, what's down here? Another gemstone. Alright, last gemstone of this zone. Whew. Holy cow. It's just soccer anime, the character just pull really cool moves. Like the sphere shot, the jet shot, the sublimely magnificent jet shot Mark V. Jump high as hell on the air, kick the ball so hard it zooms down flaming. Hell yeah, we love that shit. I think the sport anime that I really fell in love with, and I still go back and rewatch it every few years, Hajime no Ippo. It's a boxing anime, and 70% of the anime takes place in the gym. You know, there's a training part, and then there's you know, the coach comes by and tells you, "Hey kid, I've booked you the next match. It's against your rival." And Ippo's like, "Oh my god, my rival!" Or, you know, something like that. And then they go back to the drawing board and they train some more, but the training now has a specific purpose. Ippo goes and watches footage of his next opponent's like all of their historic matches to get a feel for how they fight, what their weapons are, what to look for, and more importantly, how to counter them. So that when you actually get to the fight itself, it becomes this like properly shonen struggle of like, not just do these characters have the determination and the motivation to prove that they are the best, that they deserve this win over the other guy, but also the techniques and the stamina. Like, there's a little bit of both. I think one thing that people forget far too often with the shonen formula, and I'm saying viewers forget about this. I think the animators and the story writers understand this quite well, that a shonen fight is not like, it's not a Marvel sort of whose superpower is better. It's, oh my lord. It's who's got the stronger ideals, who's got the stronger motivation, who wants, who wants to win more, or like, even where it's not who wants to win, it's like, who's got a dying sister back in the village, who absolutely needs you to secure the victory, right? It's always a clash of ideals. It's almost never just like bashing action figures together. You've got to create the story, and the story has to be grounded in the emotion. You know, it's a struggle between powerful characters. Who has the most trauma? Exactly. I mean, at the same time, though, it's really easy for it to go that direction. Just look at Gintama. All of the characters in Gintama are friggin' psychopaths. So it kind of becomes who's more of a psychopath, who can ignore more pain than the other guy, and that's also kind of the boring way to do it for me. Up we go! I know that's a typo, but now I'm just imagining the moral high ground being who's picked the most delicious mushrooms. Wow, come on. There we go. Whee! Cool, baby. Wow. Whew, stuck by him. Alright, is there anything else up here? Yes, there's plenty up here. How long does that enemy last? I think he lasts until the end of this section. Oh, our lord! Because there's a new one each time I hit a checkpoint. Although I'm kind of curious about something. I wonder if I can sort of... I need to set this up right, and not like get myself killed by being too fancy. But if I get, like, directly behind him... I need, like, just a tiny bit more room to pull this off. Nope, I got too fancy. My thinking was that if I got, like, directly behind him, I could, kind of like oscillate, like, the directions so that he's constantly trying to turn left and then right and then left and then right. And thereby, like, he would just go away in one direction, right? But my execution is not quite there. The best that I can do is make him do a really wide turn. Like that. Oh, he also seems to go straight forward when I take damage. So that's something. Ouch. Whoop. I feel like I'm leaving something behind. Yeah, I definitely am. But oh well. I can go back for that later. At least I got the bonus chip. Bonus level! That's not a very good start. Alright, I can do better than that. No problem. Hmm. Dang. Having to, like, keep moving forward is a harder restriction than I expected it to be. It's reminding me of of Celeste. Those stages where you have to, like, avoid battling. There we go. Woohoo! Got plans for Sunday. Nice. What are you doing? I think I'm going to see Kaylee's parents for Sunday. We're probably going to do a roast or something. Going to Don Chico's. I don't think I've ever been. Have you seen all around here? One eye, two big horns, angry about something or other? No, but I like the sound of this guy. So gothic. Such a tortured soul. I bet he writes excellent poetry. He doesn't strike me as a poetry sort of guy. A shame. Everyone has a poem in their heart. I don't know. Mexican restaurant you've been wanting to try. That's good. Hope it's as delicious as you expected. Ah, that's just going backwards. Whoops, too fast. Doubt it will beat Tres Amigos. Yeah. I don't think I've been there either. But yeah, hope it's good. Yeah! Oh, what the heck was that? There was a dude of some sort there. Nice. Wow. Dang it, dang it, dang it. No! Um, that was just bad handling on my part. Alright, checkpoint. Shouldn't you be immune to fire? Yeah, but I'm not a cat, I'm a dog. I don't have my normal kit of powers. Although lore detail, if you're interested, the white patches on my fur used to be gold, but that's all from me playing with the fire too much and burning it off. So I lost the pigment cells. Wow, it's hot. How do you crows deal with it? The heat is nothing next to the coldness of my heart. You should see a doctor about that. It doesn't sound right. Holy cow, that's a lot of stuff. It's like fire and yeah, fire and fire and fire. Fair enough. Wee. 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 No, I didn't want to go yet. Oh my god, I just missed like... I missed so much stuff because I just went that direction. Anyways. Well, I only missed like 5 pineapples and a gem. So, it could have been worse. Bonus level. You got a haircut and a trim? I got a haircut just the other day. Coincidences, huh? I go in for a haircut like maybe once a year. Because I'm just too lazy. So I basically went from like medium length hair to short medium. You did it yourself? Fair enough. Wow! 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 I've been thinking about cutting my own hair. I think I just haven't out of some like combination of momentum. Cause like I asked my mom once when I was a kid, why can't I cut my own hair? And she was just like, oh well, it looks better if it's done by a professional or something like that. And I've just like never questioned that. But I do want to pick up a pair of like not clippers, but like whatever the barbers use to like to get rid of the bulk of the hair first. You know what I'm talking about. The one with the different blade settings. Ah, yeah. 30 to 40 bucks. I mean, here it's like 10 pounds if you get it from a Turkish barber. Okay, I'm not doing this bonus stage very well. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. I'm not doing very well on this one. Once again, it's a combination of just going too fast and uh, and not having the skills to back up my haste. Alright, now I can get out of here and just climb. I've got 13 seconds left. No! Alright. Hard part done. Whoops. Ay, 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 ay. Whoops. Goodness gracious. Whoops. Oh my lord, this one's really giving me trouble. I thought I was really fancy there. Alright, we'll go up. And we gotta run, 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 run. And we've run out of time. Alright, we got a little bit faster pace on this one. We gotta make sure that I don't, just don't die at this point. Alright, and I can fall on the right side and just be done. There we go. Oof. Lava lanterns. New mechanic.
Alright, watch where you're going, Shark. Don't you know us frogs are easily startled? Any loud noise and we inflate right up.
Sorry, I'll be more careful. You don't have to be so mean about it, though.
I do have to be mean about it. I enjoy it immensely.
Oh. Oh. He sounds like a Goron. Alright, before we go too much further, let's see what's down here. Whoa! I went a little too fast there. Those lanterns remind me of Tunic. Really want to play Tunic again. But the problem with that game is like half of the charm of it is doing the puzzles for the first time. And if you know how they work, then, you know, it just becomes a Zelda game without dialogue. There is a game under development called Maple Forest that I'm a Kickstarter backer for. But I did find out recently that the creator is unfortunately a bit of an Islamophobe. I may have talked about this once already. But like he started posting on Twitter that he wanted to move to Japan to be closer to his source material and get more inspiration. So he's already a tourist, right? But then he started posting about like oh, you can't allow Muslims to do their chanting and traditions down in public, or else it'll be a cultural takeover and you'll lose what made your country so great. It's like, dude, you're a tourist. You're not supposed to be talking about this crap. And also, what the hell? So disappointing. It's just reaffirming why I don't back anything ever. Let's see. I'll hit the lantern one more time. Where is this going? Just down there? Okay. So that's a safety net. There we go. No. No. Ah, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, wah, 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 wah. How come I was able to hit that so easily before, and now it's giving me trouble? There we go. I just had to get the angle just right. This is stressful? Yeah. Whee! Alright, boss time. Oh, I missed one. But I did get another bonus chip, which means more bonus stages. More bonus stages! Yeah. Race to the finish! Go! Ah! No! Yes! Woohoo! Alright, boss time. Face. I rhymed face with face, now get out of my face. Oh, thank you for the raid catching fire. We are in the boss room of Grapple Dog World 3. And I feel like I missed something here. Let me restart the level. Good. And we got these lantern things that make those green blocks appear, which is good. I know, the music is so good. Yeah, there we go. And there? Yeah, pineapple. Alright, now we can continue. Also, thank you for the follow, Dex on Myth. This game is a lot of fun. It's exactly what it says on the tin. You're a dog with a grapple hook. And that's all there is to it. There is a plot, but it's just like standard adventure fare. There's an evil robot that we helped escape from like some ancient ruins, not realizing that he wanted to take over the world. Didn't hear if you say anything to me, by the way. My boyfriend said something. What'd your boyfriend say? Sweet. Ask me, Abel Tumberly? I don't quite understand. Ah, what the heck? Okay, do I need like... I think I need to build up some steam to make that jump. Wow. There we go. Ask me about Tumblr. Oh, okay. So, what do you want to know about Tumblr? I wasn't terribly active on Tumblr. I do know that it's where fandoms go to die. That's overly harsh. The principal problem with Tumblr is people treat it like reality. The fandom wars there are pretty legendary. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if anything happened to Tumblr per se. They got rid of all of the not safe for work content several years back, and that caused a mass exodus in their user base. You know, when you get rid of the NSFW, you're basically signaling that you're not a safe place to exist on. Because, you know, once you ban NSFW, it just becomes a question of, well, what counts as NSFW at that point? And you can extend that category further out as far as you want, until it resembles that of MasterCard's sensibilities. And you see how well that's going. What? No! I was doing so well. There we go. Okay, I got that pineapple. That's the important thing. Alright. And that's 250. Good. Whew.
Look at that thing. What kind of jerk builds a big statue of themselves? The great inventor, they call him. Give me a break. Can't believe I ever liked the guy.
Wait, you knew the inventor?
Know him? Sure. It's complicated. He was a big jerk. Oops, there I go, talking my head off again. It's time to destroy you, and then all the other inhabitants of the stinking dimension.
You know, you don't have to destroy anyone if you don't want to.
What do you mean? I got this big arena ready and everything.
Maybe we could chat instead. Explore some of your anger issues.
I do not have anger issues. I will destroy you for saying that.
Gosh, it was just an idea. You don't have to be so hot about it. Get it? Because we're surrounded by lava?
That wasn't very funny. You're not funny, and you're not alive.
Oof. Pew. You know, you should really quit while you're ahead. There we go. Pew. Pow, right in the kisser. Pow, right in the kisser. Out. Out. That is enough projectile spam that I'm... That... Ooh. Wait, is that game over? Oh, wow. That actually got me. I lost track of how much health I had. Yeah. Alright, just one more. Oh! He dodged it. That'll do it. I got the DVD! Yeah! Pet. Pet. Snowkeep. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. Alright, let's go into our ship and talk to our crew. It's not really our crew, it's just our friends. Hey Pablo, can I ask you something? Go ahead, ask me anything you'd like. How come you decided to become the professor's research assistant? Ever since I was a pup, I wanted to travel the world and go on adventures. Back home, everyone works at the factory, but I wasn't very good at that. I was always dropping things, losing focus, stuff like that. So when the professor invited me on board, I thought it'd be a great chance to get out of there. At first, I thought being a research assistant would be lots of boring work. But really, the professor's just kind of old. She needs help running around and carrying stuff. That's nice of you. In any case, I'm glad you're here, Pablo. She didn't blush this time. She managed to get through a conversation without revealing how much she wants me. This artifact is the cosmic disc. Rotated at the right speed, it can play beautiful music. Alright, thanks for dropping in, Crayon Munchers. I hope you have a good sleep. It's said that the great inventor was a great lover of music, and even composed many songs himself. He was an interesting character, the inventor. Well, Null didn't seem to like him much. I wonder, could Null be the great evil spoken of in the old stories? It's said that the evil started with a war with the inventor out of jealousy. That would certainly explain his animosity. So, he's just jealous. I don't know. That doesn't seem like Null's problem. Alright, well that was fun. And I managed to run all the way to 8 o'clock without getting to Echo Defender of the Future. I was planning on playing a little bit of that, but I think this might be a good place to call it. So, thank you for joining me. As usual, we will be back on Monday at 5:30 for Factorio Space Age. We're just about we've just about designed the space platform, so we'll be going off to Fulgora probably next stream. And then Tuesday, we'll be doing the back half of Sonic Generations, and maybe a little bit of Shadow. Or I might play some Sonic Mania afterwards, just to round out the 2 hours. In any case, let's see who we have to raid out to. Little Kavik is playing Trackmania, so why don't... What the heck? Why is it saying that Lindmark has 98,000 viewers? That can't possibly be right. I'll investigate that later. As always, thank you for joining me. I will see you next time.